Good morning, everybody. So you'll probably notice that I'm reorganizing Schoology a little bit after talking to some students, trying to get this so it makes sense for everybody and it's super easy to navigate. The last thing I want is any frustration with that. So I will be posting instead of updates every day because I guess that's a little much. I'll be posting in your current folder. So you literally will come in, and I'm going to do it by week. I'll probably keep your projects out here just because those might take longer than a week, and so it's easier to find them. But so for instance, here's our week 2.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Jones. I'm going to finish recording real fast for 8th grade.
You're muted.
Sorry, Miss Jones jumped on my meat. So anyways, hopefully this will make more sense to you, and I'm going to move the attendance to the top. So your first thing every day at school or at home, go to the attendance. I'll put their daily sketches like I have been, but I'll separate them out by week, so they're all in here. And then your to-do list. So maybe that makes sense to move that here too. So attendance, to-do list, then we work. So today we are doing the basics of a plan. Y'all had art, most of you had art in 6th grade, and know that we create a plan for everything. That's what artists do. They plan out what they're going to do. We are going to start our plan for our cover project. And our cover project is literally going to fill up the entire sketchbook. Okay, so just like in 6th grade, we did a symmetrical name design on our folders. We do a project every year because we want to turn this into a work of art, something we're proud of. And we are going to take the elements of art, and we are going to take graffiti, and we're going to take Sharpie techniques and everything we've been learning, and we're going to put it into our cover. So what you're going to do is you are going to break up. So you can choose a couple of things. You got some choices. Choice 1, you can take out a sheet or leave it in, I don't care. Just create your plan on one piece of paper. And you're gonna wanna go this direction. So you're gonna wanna go horizontal because your folder is horizontal and it'll be easier to replicate, okay? You also could go into a spot in your sketchbook and you could go across the whole thing to create your plan. Okay, it's up to you. You can see on the slide above me, this particular student used the word migraine. And the top picture is her plan, and then the bottom picture is her final. Now, the thing about her plan, you'll notice, is she started to plan out her ideas in certain categories, and then she was like, I got it, I don't need to finish it. So if you don't recall, a plan is not a completed work of art. It is a roadmap. It's the building blocks of what you want to do. It should not look sloppy. It shouldn't look like you scribbled, but it doesn't have to be a complete work of art. Now what are we planning? We are planning our project. So Miss Colston didn't put it in there. It'll be in there in a second. I'll go over here and get it. All right. We are planning our project. Okay, it's in there now. So I'm going to go to Elements of Art folder project steps and interactive notebook. Here you are going to see a slideshow, 2 actually. Yay for you, 2 slideshows. Sorry, my internet is being crazy today. And it's going to break down for you examples, how to do this. Here is another student's folder from a few years ago. You'll notice that a couple of these kids have been using colored pencil. I'd prefer you use Sharpie. The whole point is to make it like pop, add our technique, but I still wanted to show you these examples. You're going to choose a word or your name, something important to you. Some people have done music lyrics, and that's going to be your emphasis, your focal point of your project. And you want to write that in a graffiti style. Okay, this particular student chose vibes. Notice how their project is broken up into 7 sections. Inside each section is representation of an element of art. So line, shape, texture, form, you got it. Each element of art is represented. Now you'll also notice that sometimes you use more than one element of art, and that's totally fine because you want to fill this whole thing with color. Okay, here are 2 other examples. Somebody used music and somebody used the word dope. Okay, I love the word dope, looks awesome. So you are going to break this down as your plan. Now, some people like to write the word first. I particularly do. Some people write it second before they break up their paper. It's completely up to you. There are two ways to break up your paper. Well, you can break it up however you want, but two techniques for this particular way. You can literally, you see how the paper is broken in half, so left side, right side, because you should fold it down the middle. You literally can do an X on the left side and an X on the right side. Okay, is there a pointer? No. I'm trying to figure this out, you guys. I'm sorry. Maybe you can see it anyways. Or you can go like a big triangle from the top to the bottoms and a big triangle from the top to the bottoms, okay? You also could break it up in a different way. You just have to have 7 sections. Once you have your 7 sections, you need to write each element of art in those sections, okay? Because that way you can, like, it'll help your brain focus and you're like, okay, I need to focus on space and this one. Or you're not like at the end like, crap, I did 2 lines. Here, you're going to literally start to fill in each section with that element. Now, the really cool thing is when people start to use a theme. You don't have to use a theme if you don't want to. You can see as this is developing. But what can you come up with? So this particular student did Hakuna Matata. There's a bunch of examples in here, like They Are Not You. You can kind of see how they did a theme with hands. Now, I'm really looking for the entire folder to be covered. This is way too much white space here. So if you did something along the lines of this, which it's really funny that it says turkey is yummy, then you would need to go in and do a lot more shading techniques if you didn't want more color. This is from a few years ago, all about video games, and you can see the pattern. I love how they did form with the Pac-Man machine. And they did form also up with the controller. Here's the music one, form with the letters, making them 3-dimensional. So the options are endless. There are so many things you could do. Again, you don't have to do your name, but you totally can. You could even hide it in the picture. You could do whatever you want. This is someone's plan. You can see the paper differences and there's no tab for the folder. So they did it all on fishing. You really want to try to focus on your word being really large. But this is all in here for you. There's also an interactive notebook down here that will go through the elements like literally piece by piece for you. I also, you'll see this audio button in there, and you can listen to my awesome voice read to you. There's also videos. It's just more elaborating on all of the elements for you and more examples. You will have videos tomorrow to watch on the elements. You can watch them in the background as you're working on your plan. So I hope this is making sense. I'm really excited to see how you guys create this. Like, what words are you going to come up with? Are you going to use your name? Are you going to use graffiti? Are you going to use or what kind of graffiti style? What kind of pictures are you going to draw? I'm super pumped to see where this goes. But today, that is the basics of a plan. And we are planning out our Elements of Art folder project. Hopefully this wasn't too long-winded. Remember, I'm going to put this link, and I'm going to send you all a message today, but I'll put this link to this video in your week 2 folder with the date and the lesson. So hopefully it's easier to find. I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know if you have questions.